What is up there, workforce? Chris here with Work to Game, and I wanted to talk about the world visit system. So right now I am teleporting to Limsa Lominsa. That is where I actually prefer to do most of my kind of world jumping. I hear Uldaw's faster because it actually has less to load because you're in kind of that isolated room. So if you're having trouble with long load screens like I do, I'm in this load screen right now. I just hit teleport and you can see that this takes a long time, but I've actually found that World Visit, in my opinion, loads even faster than things like Limsa Lominsa because I'm jumping from one Limsa to another, so it's the same resources. So now that we're here, the first thing I always do in Limsa is I do tend to report all this RMT activity because I do not like it. So if you see that, definitely report it. That's what the button's there for. I'd love to see other activities and things be that easy to report. We're going to go to the Aetheryte. Now, if we jump to the Aetheryte here, you're going to see Visit Another World server. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to kind of tell you various things that you can and cannot do, and then you're going to see available destinations. This is only on your data center. We play on the Aether data center. There's a bunch out there, even more these days, so you only can jump to your data center. So if I want to go to Adamantoise right now, I can just press travel, press OK, and off I go. You heard my little controller make the noise, and then it says ready for transport, and boom, there it goes. We are now in Limsa Lominsa of Adamantoise. Like I said, it's even faster. Not as many people here. The reason I like Limsa is because most of the time when I'm doing World Visit, I'm doing it for the market board, and I like how close the Aetheryte is to the market board, so I can come over here and I can check things. There are websites that pop up from time to time like Mogboard, but they don't stay up very long because the way they're fueled is by bots scanning these. So unless there's add-on support that allows us to kind of feed that data, websites like that will never stay up very long before they kind of get a hold of them. So this is a great way for me to come over, especially if I'm buying large quantity things like crystals, or I'm buying something that has a very volatile market, like gear, or if I want to kind of complete leaves. So like I need to turn in pairs of titanium vambraces of fending for a quest here. So if I go ahead and type in pairs, pair of titanium vambraces, just kind of show you this, then we can say, okay, titanium vambraces of fending, and I can look at that price, 69,000, high quality only. On this server, it looks like it does dip down from time to time. Somebody got a great deal at just 10,000 for a high quality. I would have loved to be the person that got that. And then we can say, you know what, that's a little high for me, and we can jump over to the next server. Now, servers also allow you to do things like maps on different places, so you can do cross-world party finder, then you can all meet on the same world to do maps, you can do hunts, there's all sorts of different things. So if we jump over to Cactar, we can once again do this. You'll see my home world is labeled. You are not guaranteed to be allowed to go back to your home world during prime hours. So if your home world typically suffers from things like wait times, especially around the launch of new content, let's say an expansion were to launch on June 28th, which is coming up as of the time of this recording, then that is absolutely something you'd want to keep in mind, because you're not going to have access to your retainers. You're not going to have access to, various different things while you're on that other server. And so you're going to want to keep in mind that going over to that other world, yes, you can quest there and things like that, but if you get stuck, you're going to have to just wait until your server is willing to accept you back. And under the current system, it doesn't really have any good way of doing that beyond just waiting. So my understanding is, as of today, the way it's implemented, once you say you want to transfer, there's no even way to cancel that you want to transfer. It'll just pull you over. So I don't know if that's true. I haven't run into that issue, but just kind of warning you about that. So then I can come over here and I can actually just push the up arrow if I'm going server to server, and that will actually pull up the same search. That allows this price check to be very, very quick, and I can say fending. And if I have multiple things done, I can actually go ahead and I can push the up arrow multiple times, and it will just keep going back through the different things that I've typed. So if I have 10 things I want to search for, I only have to type them in at that first market board, and then I can just push the up arrow a series of times, and all of those things will be typed in for me. That's especially helpful for like controller players or anybody who's not a very fast typer. And then we can jump to the next world. Now, you will get to know the prices on your data center. Like, I know that I don't have to stop by Genova because Genova is consistently more expensive than my server. So I would be better off just buying it back home. And so you learn which servers are kind of best for which things, but that's just going to take time with the market board. The world visit system could get more powerful over time as we see more features built into this and more features that actually encourage us to jump to different open world parties and things to find like-minded players that we can play with. So if we push market board one more time, push up, go to titanium van braces, you can see that this world visit system is incredibly powerful. You just need to be comfortable using it. So there we go. It's gone up in price again. Looks like this server actually sits a little higher across the board. So, you know, I would know that, okay, moving forward, if that was something that I bought all the time, I would know after several weeks of noticing that pattern, I might be able to save myself, you know, the trip to ferry, and I can say, okay, ferry's not for me, and so I can just skip it altogether and then go straight to Gilgamesh next time. And so I hope that makes sense. I hope that kind of helps explain a little bit about how the world visit system works for the people who haven't done it. Maybe I didn't actually click. There we go. Oh, unable to do this command while you're ready to visit another world. All right. And so this is actually the longest it's ever taken. So it really does go pretty quick. It says destination world. Oh, there it is over here. And it says I have a position in queue, and then off it goes. So there it goes. Nice and fast. So I think this is something that those queues will get shorter over time as the fascination with this kind of wears off and it becomes something that's only used for people who have a current reason to use it. They're either checking a market board for something or they're visiting a specific friend or something. They don't just want to go check out houses for the sake of it. They're specifically going over to play with a party finder group that specifically is running the hunt they want right now. And so I think that we're going to see that kind of going on. Incredible. Absolutely an incredible feature, and if you're not using it, you should be. So now we're here in Gilgamesh, and we see that, you know, this is a plenty busy area, and we can jump over to the market board for one last time and see if this is something that I can actually buy any of today. I prefer to find high quality, but I'm only willing to pay so much because I can be picky based on the fact, oh, nope, not today. And I can be picky based on the fact that I have so many servers to pull from. So you can see very recently it's been as low as 20,000. Looks like it's pretty consistently high quality here. So lots of crafters here on this server that can hit high quality a significant number of times. And so that's really it. And then anytime I get tired of this and I do want to sell my own things, maybe I bought those things for the purpose of flipping them, I can now say visit another world, and I can just jump back to Sargatanas and I can say, you know what, that's where I want to go. And then I can open up this here and I can cancel. So I can literally cancel it right there. And then it cancels. So cancel that thing I said a second ago. At least it looked like maybe this wasn't cancelable at some point, but it is now. Or maybe they just weren't able to click fast enough. I'm not having any trouble kind of clicking that. And this world visit over here, it kind of shows me there's a queue to jump to mine. The queues are so short that I have just never really noticed them. This is longer than I typically experience, and it still says less than 5 minutes, which is the shortest time that any of these things ever seem to display. My position is only number 4, and I can run around and do whatever I want. I can buy other things on the market board. I can go get a glass of water, and then eventually I will be back on my home server. We do not get any preferred status. Actually, I see a member of my free company there. We do not get any preferred status on going back to our own world. So it's not like you're going to boot somebody off. It does take there actually being an opening. So I don't know if they're going to earmark certain amounts of openings for only native players of that server and only allow a certain number of visitors. But either way, that means if the number of native players on your server is at cap, you are going to have this wait, and you're going to be stuck over here running quests here. I could always just go run whatever I was going to run after I stopped by the market. So I could use this time to go run some Namatsu dailies, maybe cancel the queue, go run my Namatsu dailies, which I need to do anyway today, and then I can try queuing then. So there's no reason that this should absolutely kind of stop you from getting more done. It's just something to be aware of as you dive into World Visit. So I hope this kind of breaks down a little bit about how World Visit works and what you should be doing with your time and kind of whether or not this is something to be afraid of. I think it's super easy. I think it's something that if you haven't done it yet, you should do it before Shadowbringers launches. There's not a lot going on right now. Anyway, my name is Chris with Work to Game. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.
Hey, it's me. Thanks so much for watching this video. You should click over here to see more videos just like it, or you should click down here to check out our recent vlog. But you can also click somewhere down here below to hit the subscribe button, as well as check out our other info. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.